my Phillies wrap-up. Well, you guys really took a shit in the playoffs, didn't you? But that's okay. At least you made it to the playoffs for the first time in 14 years. We fans should be grateful to you guys for that, right? We should be grateful that you partied after winning the NL East championship like you had won the World Series. We should be grateful that you had organized a pathetic pep rally on the steps of City Hall on the Monday before the series started. Yes, we fans should be grateful and not complain one iota that you were swept in the first round of the playoffs. Not even close. You guys were pathetic and we fans need to blame someone. Who should that someone be? Should it be the offense that didn't show up at all? The bats going cold for a team batting average of 172? Should we blame Uncle Charlie for making some boneheaded substitutions during the series, most notably in Game 2? Should we blame our infamous strikeout king, Ryan Howard, for continuing to strike out at an alarming rate? Or should we blame the pitching staff with a host of pitchers who shouldn't even be pitching in the major leagues? I have to be honest here, a lot of those guys should still be pitching in AAA ball. No, I don't think the hater is going to blame any of those guys. I'm going to the heart of the problem with the Phillies and blame who rightfully deserves to shoulder the blame, and that is these three idiots behind me. Montgomery, Gillick, and Scott Palmer. That's right, I'm including PR guy Scott Palmer for this playoff fiasco loss, because I believe he is the one responsible for the team running around after winning the division like a bunch of nitwits, spraying down the fans with water hoses and supplying the locker room with enough alcohol to get the whole team wasted. Next, I blame Dave Montgomery, just because he is the worst president in Phillies history. He doesn't care about winning. All he cares about is getting the hard-earned money out of the fans' pockets. He thinks this trip to the postseason is good enough to lure the fans back next season. No way! The hater isn't fooled. Third, I blame Pat Gillick, because I believe he is the worst GM we have had in a long time. Even worse than Ed Wade. What has he done for this team? All the pitchers he brings in pretty much suck, other than Loesch. And he barely did anything to help the bullpen all season long. Nah, I think Pat Gillick is a poor excuse for a GM who wears bad Hawaiian shirts all the time. Let's be real. This team didn't even belong in the playoffs, and a lot of people want to put the blame at Uncle Charlie's feet for the playoff loss. That's just not fair. Charlie did a hell of a job with what he had to work with. I'm still shocked that this team was even in contention to make the playoffs, and I credit Charlie for getting the most out of the team. He was basically given lemons to work with by Pat Gillick, and he made lemonade. He squeezed every ounce of talent out of this team by making these guys believe they were better than they were. The problem was that finally this house of cards that they had been playing with all season long came crumbling down, and Charlie was an easy scapegoat. Basically, that's what Uncle Charlie has been for Montgomery and Gillick the past few years, a scapegoat. He's an easy target for the media to bash instead of criticizing the real problem, that being the lack of quality pitchers in the rotation and in the bullpen. No, I salute Uncle Charlie for the job he did this season, and I think he should still be given the Manager of the Year award, because who else could have did a better job with the talent he was given to work with? With that being said, I can't believe the Phillies extended his contract for another 2 years! Uncle Charlie, I like you, but you should just walk away and fade into the twilight with your head held high, bobbing to and fro like it always does when you make that walk to the mound for a pitching change. Happy with the job you accomplished here, but knowing that you really are not Major League Manager material. Sometimes people just have to take stock of themselves and see the reality of the situation. Charlie, you are not good at public speaking. And you are not good at making crucial managerial decisions. Just like I'm not a real journalist. I'm a hack. And Charlie, you need to realize you're not a Major League Manager. No, this just is not right. It's not right to subject the fans and the players to 2 more years of Uncle Charlie as manager of this team. It's not right, and the hater is taking a stand. I am calling for all fans to boycott this team until Dave Montgomery and Pat Gillick put a team and a manager on the field that will give this franchise a legitimate shot at winning the World Series. That's right. I'm calling for a boycott Something you will never hear out of the mouths of those talk show hosts on 610 WIP. I'm calling for every Phillies fan to stop buying tickets and to stop buying Phillies merchandise. This should send a strong message to the front office that we fans are not going to tolerate any more of this nonsense. Come on! This team is never going to win shit with Uncle Charlie as manager. This is a fucking joke. That's it. I'm putting a voodoo curse on this team using my Phillies pumpkin. This is my voodoo curse. You will feel the pain of what it's like to be a Phillies fan with you guys in charge. Feel our pain. Palmer, you burned us with that pep rally. Feel our pain. Montgomery, you burned us with your cheap fucking spending. Feel our pain. Gillett, you burned us with the bums you signed to play for the Phillies. Feel our pain. Burn, burn, burn. And Uncle Charlie, you burn us whenever you open your mouth to speak. Feel our pain. Burn, Uncle Charlie. Burn. Burn, Uncle Charlie. Burn. Burn, Uncle Charlie. Voodoo pumpkin, go forth and spread the curse. The hater will see you in the spring, Phillies.